they know how to play records really, really fast. They call it juggling. And they also know how
Juggling.
to talk in between.
Ew. Ew. Ew.
That's what she said.
Sorry.
No, but
Miss Milan, like, ma'am, I'm talking about juggling records. Like, me and you, we could have a juggling conversation. Like, look, you might can give me something, I can give you. Like, look, when you juggle,
We had a ball.
Yo. Men, you will never have a hernia dealing with Dontavius over here.
Freddie B, what's up?
What up? Well, we back in this thing, ain't we?
We are. It feels very somber.
Yeah. I mean, we got 2 more shows, but hey, look, we're gonna end it off with a bizang.
Well, let's get into it. Yes?
Let's do it.
To be clear, I'm your host, Don Montgomery.
She made man's Freddie BTV.
So today we are joined by Grammy Award-winning DJ, producer, and creative visionary whose braids are on fleek. I'm still gonna say that word.
I don't know.
I don't care what
I'm
nobody
sorry,
say.
guys. Gen Z looking like, what is fleek?
But her sound is as bold as her presence. She's the mastermind behind Doechii's electrifying live sets, co-produced Boom Bap on her Grammy-winning album, and she's held it down on the airwaves with residencies on Hot 97 and SiriusXM. She is doing all of the things. Please welcome the fairy vibe mother herself, DJ Miss Milan. So we have her here. Do y'all see these braids eating? I said it.
The braids is tea.
what do we say?
What?
They take
The braids.
You know what? But I'm looking at your braids. So, question:
Uh-huh.
Are your braids braid in the Loewe? Like you got the Loewe
The fact
icon?
that he has the brand design recognition, brand logo.
What it look like?
What?
No, these are tribal braids taking you back to the motherland.
Okay.
Hello.
Hey, but look, we know you getting money because them braids look expensive,
my
though.
gosh, you know-
We know you getting some money.
Hello? Do
Because
the
them braids was
IRS
a grip.
watch this? Let's calm down. Let's calm down.
So
Miss
first,
Milan is outside, folks.
I ain't got no money.
so let's just do a quick temperature check. Like that was a part of it, I guess, But in general, like, how are you really feeling these days?
I'm feeling present.
Mm-hmm.
I'm feeling
I
very
love
present.
That. I love how that sounds.
Yes, I'm feeling very present, very in the moment of life, enjoying the fruits of my labor and at the same time putting in that work. So I'm in a really good balanced space mentally, spiritually, physically, everything right now.
So what's your headspace in general? Now, you said you feel very balanced, you feel very all the things, but with all the wins in work, the failures, loss,
yes.
how are you balancing?
It can get chaotic, every now and then. I gotta, take a little break, hit a little puff of the dragon, and then come back to life. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, I really try to focus on the positive. I'm a very life is glass half full versus half empty, very optimistic about things. When things do kind of go out of the norm or out of alignment, I just feel like that's time for me just to recenter myself and ground myself. So I always try to find a balance of life, and you have to.
What's the most recent win? Like what's like in the past month or so? Like give us a most recent win. You was like
touching the
hey,
braids.
y'all. Them braids is a win.
They are. But honestly speaking, I'm gonna have to say just the whole Grammys this year. It's been a complete whirlwind since that. I mean, we've had a lot of things that Doechii and myself were doing from last year into the 2025 year, and just being nominated to then officially winning, and her making history, and me also being a part of that history, because there's not a lot of women DJs, much less Black women DJs, that also have that honor to say, hey, I'm a part of, and I'm also credited as a Grammy, artist, DJ, producer. So for me, I just think that was like the biggest thing, that happened.
Yeah, that's big thing. Grammy, a nominated DJ. Like when
Grammy
you DJ
winning,
Grammy winning.
Grammy, correct me. She's like, bookie.
But it's
Grammy winning.
One of the biggest things, real quickly, before we move on, is like, you guys are ready.
Yeah.
You were ready for that moment.
Yeah.
Like, that moment could have waited, could have been a few years down the line, but you guys were ready in that moment. How did that feel to be ready?
Well, we come from the school of Beyonce. You know what I'm saying? We've been preparing all our lives for this moment. And as long as you get ready, you know what I'm saying? Stay ready, you gotta get ready.
Right.
And for us, we're very dedicated. Me personally, speaking just for me as a DJ, I'm very dedicated to my craft. I'm dedicated just to greatness. So whenever the opportunity presents itself, I'm always gonna be ready for it.
I love that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, speaking of greatness, I'm still on this trip, just taking me back to the cafeteria, the lunch tables, boom. Yes, you get it.
Okay.
She got it.
Uh-huh.
Clipse.
Yes.
Or the Clipse for some people who call them the Clipse.
Yeah, they actually was on Breakfast Club talking about that. Like, is it the Clipse or
it's
Clipse?
Clipse.
But it's Clipse.
Clipse.
But black people is the Clipse.
It's the Clipse.
Okay, we gonna call you what we want to.
They shut it down on Tiny Desk.
Oh,
Now,
yes.
you all have had that experience. How was it to see them do it, and how your experience actually was?
Well, of course, them doing it was phenomenal. I'm not just saying that just to say that, of course, because I'm gonna tell the truth if it's not.
Gotcha.
But it was definitely inspiring,
Mhm.
especially considering that they are still upholding the essence of hip hop.
Yes.
Shout out to my homie DJ Yo Q. He was the DJ for them as well during that session. And for me personally, with our Tiny Desk, we gave our own vibes, and she still included me as the DJ,
Correct.
MC host, which is something that is very a part of the hip hop culture. So just us doing that, Black American, literally hip hop culture, just taking it to the next level. I mean, it was just legendary. So I was inspired, and I'm definitely happy for them.
Yeah, it definitely reminded us of what real hip hop storytelling sounds like, and it took us back to a golden era. I feel like one of the biggest things that I'm hearing around the conversation with Clipse, right, is just their age. Like, there's this big, huge focus on their age and all the things versus like really just being mindful that even if you weren't a part of that generation, they were very big on the art of storytelling.
Yes.
And right now, I brought up to my producer, TR, I feel like the younger artists or the younger generation their art is of influencing, right? Does that make sense? Around the content creator era, all of the things, but we're not getting any stories. Like, how do you see the difference in the two, and then how you're connecting to both, right? So you're still finding ways to kind of like work with Doechii on making sure that you guys are like, because when you guys are on stage, like they're giving us something per every song. Like, they might be just a general theme of how, the stage is set up or the show is set up or what have you. But then there's like, I feel like there's a story being told when you guys are on stage together and you're doing all the things, no matter how quickly the set is or how long the set is. It's like, you guys are a part of that, right? But at the same time, y'all are influencing us too. Like, I guarantee you somebody's gonna be having these braids. And then, style wise, you guys are always on point. So there's ways to merge the two.
Yes.
How do you see that?
Well, for the newer generation, I think is for them, like you said, I do agree. It is because I think I'm in the setting of being the bridge of both. I can be with the newer generation and understand, but I also come from an older school of hip hop as well, too, being a 90s baby, So for me personally, I do see sometimes the disconnect with them trying to create, because storytelling is very much so hip hop itself.
Yes.
But at the same time, I'm not mad at what they're doing, because hip hop also is experimental, So you have to take chances and try new things, because hip hop is only 50 years old, you know what I'm saying? So it's still fairly young, although they say it's a young man's sport, I don't think necessarily it's a young man's sport. I think it's
not anymore.
Not anymore. I think is well, to be honest, I don't think it ever been. I think it was always just about a sport of intelligence and maturity. And if you know how to be intelligent and mature as an artist as well as a business person, you can have longevity. And I think that's what the artists that we're seeing, because Nas is still touring.
Right.
Clipse, just dropped their album. Right. We have a lot of Wu-Tang. They could still sell out, if they want to.
We're getting a lot of 20-year-old album anniversary, 30 album, anniversary tours and stuff like that. So the need is there because people still want to hear it.
I think the reason why I would say it was a young man's game is not anymore, because I think hip hop is like video games and sneakers. Like video games, when I was a young kid, like older people didn't play video games because video games came up in the 80s. Like if you was like born in the 60s, like people, they didn't play video games. Now it's 40, 50-year-old people play video games because we grew up like that. Sneakers.
Right.
It's people 40, 50 wear their J's, and it's common. Like when you back in the 80s, you start wearing J's, like, man, you sit your old behind that. But with rap now, with hip hop, now it's like, okay, you can have a Clipse drop an album, and I think it's growing with us because we're growing up, and it's gonna get to the point. To your point, it's still young. Once hip hop gets like 70, 80, then it'll just be across the board because the people that's like rapping in the 70s, like, you can't tell me I can't rap because I grew up doing this. You can't tell me I can't wear sneakers.
Yeah.
I grew up doing this. That's why I would say that.
But also, even with the older generation, we have to be mindful, like with the influencer culture, right?
Mm-hmm.
Even though it is younger folks, I feel like people are missing a market for those who are older, who have more experience, who have, like, this is what we did. Like, I mean, i.e., for example, Pharrell. Pharrell can do anything right now.
He's a good example of that.
Literally, he's bridging. He's in the bridge. Like, he's going to reach all
The bridge.
generations, right? Yes, there
Okay,
you
go
go.
ahead.
See, you caught it. But you get my point. And I think one of the videos I saw previously, if I could bring that up real quickly, is that Cleo Trapper, she said people are going broke trying to keep up with the influencer culture.
Yeah.
And it's very frustrating because I know for you all work with various brands and all the things. And I think that that's amazing. But also I think what's real about you guys is you guys are very honest, you know, in doing that. So
we're going to tell you if your breath stinks. We're honest, okay?
Right, like down to that.
You need that
but but like even
your
if
breath smell like booty cheeks, you gonna know.
Much.
Hey, that's important, especially she a DJ. People, I know people in the booth like, hey, Miss Milan,
yo,
hey, yo, no, listen, look what I was thinking.
And you sound just like them. Okay.
Like, yo, I'm saying, like, yo, you cute though. Like, yo,
much.
can I go on tour with you?
I feel like but if you're in the bridge, you're able to decipher what's real and what's basically the internet or virtual, right?
Yes.
And I think that's where the lines are being blurred, you know? How do you feel about that? Especially, you know, because I feel like DJs are artists too. Yeah. Like, I ain't gonna
100%.
hold you. Like, I've heard various comments. They're not. No, there's DJs that's having whole ass tours and shows. They're artists too.
Headlining and doing the thing. Yeah.
But in the interim of like influencer culture and all of the things, it's like, how do you make sure that you're still being authentic to you online and offline?
I'm just very transparent. I think even in my journey of just social media, you know, because I come from the era where social media was, you know, presented and it started to become a thing. I've always kept my integrity and just who I am to the forefront because I really feel like I can't be fake because it's nothing beneficial to that. You know, you may have temporary wins and relationships from it, but nothing really lasts. I think being authentic brings the true audience to you, which is why we're seeing that now with, you know, what's happening in music. You kind of had the whole beef with Drake and Kendrick and everyone was like, hold on, maybe there is something that we were kind of, you know, missing, and no offense, but everybody's a great artist. Both Drake and Kendrick are both great artists, but you do have your sections of what is relatable versus what is just a facade, if you want to be honest, you know, and that's just with all levels of music.
And that's an industry thing too.
It is an industry thing. You're trying to sell a story.
Correct.
You're trying to sell a story, sell a
entertainment.
product. It's entertainment.
Versus actually having the story, right? You know,
and then selling
living
it.
the
and
life,
living
and
it.
then selling it. Yeah. So
She
there's
don't
a
like
difference.
Drake.
And don't.
Oh, okay. No one.
I like Drake. She don't like Drake.
You see, I thought it was the air, but it was really the coldness from your heart when I say his name. Okay,
Ice cold.
I was like, okay,
Right.
got you.
Yeah. I'm like, let me go ahead and put that out there. Dawn is not a Drake fan.
She got me ready for the
I
Iceman
like
album.
Drake. I like both.
It's not. Yeah.
I like Drake.
But anyway, to someone that I do kind of like.
Oh, they gonna tear us
Listen, eat me alive. Anyway, Doechii. Okay, listen, he's so cute. Let me just start.
Doechii's a cool person.
He's very,
He's
very
hilarious. I mean,
hilarious.
he's one of the few internet comedians I think is like legit hilarious.
No, yeah.
Yes.
A lot of them be posting stuff. I'd be like, and I'm like you. I'm like, well, can y'all tell this person this is not funny? Like,
Yeah, or you're overdoing it. You get to a point where it's like, okay, it's oversaturated. Now. It feels like you're doing too
I'm
much.
looking in the comments, people are like these happy laughing faces. I'm like, delete these. This is not. You're not funny, but Doechii is legit.
Yeah. So he dropped a skit that had me literally screaming. Like, I was like, this is hilarious. He was showing folks, you know, standing in the club, looking at each other on their phones and stuff. And he was like, I think the title of it was like the guy who comes to dance in a club or something like that, right? And he's hitting it. Like, he is hitting like every corner in front of the bad bitches, you know, like, you know, the baddies, you know, and he's like, like just
full
doing all the
things.
Counts. And to be honest with you, I would kind of put my phone down and would be dancing with him if that was me. But, you know, I'm old school. So, but I feel like you could probably speak to this. When you're doing events or when you're in the club, let's talk about club culture. Let's start there.
Okay.
When you're in the club, do you see that? Like where there's like certain sections or certain areas of the club where, okay, they're not moving. What can I play to like change the vibe in here to get everybody included or something like that? How do you feel about that?
You see, for me personally, it's not always the DJs. I think we have what they say. It's them phones. Okay, it's them damn phones. Okay, put the phone down, have a good time, you know. And what I did appreciate about Doechii's video is that it does highlight club culture currently.
Yes,
sections everywhere, hookah everywhere. You know what I'm saying? It's like everyone is rather taking a selfie or taking videos of everything else, but not really in the event having a good time. So for me personally, like I like that he did highlight that, but fortunately for me, the events that I do participate in DJ at, people are dancing.
Right,
you know, people are having a good time because I love to dance. I'm gonna get from behind the booth. I'm gonna come do that 2-step with you. We may hit the boots on the ground, get the fans going.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We're gonna do the cha-cha slide, whatever it is that we gotta do. We gonna
see. We very old. I'm old school. I'm just gonna say I'm old school. If I
let's have a
can't
good
come
time
and dance,
yes.
do not invite me out. I don't care about no hookah. I don't care about no drink. I just need some ice water. I need a towel.
You don't care about no drink? Wait.
I need a towel.
A towel, no.
And I need some space.
Yes.
So I can do my little thing.
I need a little tequila reposado, you know, like because like the thing is you get
Are
to a particular age. Tequila reposado?
Yeah, I'm like, are they sponsoring?
Somebody need to, because you know I don't mind.
Go ahead.
But the thing is, you know, when you get older, you know, you need a little potion to go. You can't just be in the club sober as the Holy Ghost.
I
you
don't
can't
need
just
this potion in the ocean. No, I don't need that.
Potion in the ocean.
I'm gonna get the moving. You know what I'm saying?
That.
Like,
you my kind of type.
Like,
you
literally.
Yes.
I'm not a move, but you know, just sober, just straight raw.
Yes, very raw.
No,
anyway,
you gotta warm that thing
those
up.
are the best people, though. They stay true to themselves.
So I was getting ready to say, I feel like a lot of times, I think because we came up where there was no social media and everybody was literally in the moment present.
Yes.
Enjoying and vibing with the people that they're with. I feel like a lot of people that are capturing those moments or sharing, I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with that, but put the phone down. I feel like if you're doing that majority of the time, you don't even want to be around the people that you're with.
There is something wrong with that. What do you mean?
That's what I'm saying in general. Like it's like, to me, that's a problem.
Yeah.
And for him to capture that and to really show people, like, there was so many more millennials that was like, bro, if I can't come and I can't vibe out like that, you don't need me there. Like, you know?
I agree.
And I think, you know, so I feel like sometimes too, because you spoke on your creative process in general and like creating the vibe for functions and you don't really pay attention to that per se. You just do your thing.
I do my thing, but I do pay attention though.
Okay.
I read the room.
Okay.
I think it's important.
There you go.
You gotta read the room.
I like that.
You have to read the room because what I personally may play that I like at that moment may not be the right time to play that for the crowd.
So do you catch that and then maybe like do something else? Like do you? That's my best impression.
You know, for me personally, I like to test and try things. You know, because that's still very much so a part of the DJ culture. I don't know where it happened where we forgot to try to test new records and new routines.
Breaking records.
You know what I'm saying? So for me, I will try still during my set, but at the same time, it's like if the groove is there, let's not break it. You know what I'm saying? Unless it's something that's going to take it up to the next level.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Don't disturb this.
Okay. Listen.
I love that song.
Michelle and Degley's Yellow. I know some mute. That's what
too much. So in general, like, do DJs really hate song requests?
Yes. Yes.
It's how you do it. It's always about how you do it.
I was thinking etiquette, like for real,
it's always
because I
about
feel like I think a lot of people are very aggressive.
Tell the crowd, how do you request a song?
The phone on the heads, with the big lettering, it's like, hey, play this song. Like, it depends on the vibe, the situation, but that is rude, because you, number one, aren't behind the decks. Number two, the DJ is providing their own personal taste and vibe to you. So it's like, just relax. We know we want to hear your song. I think the problem for me when it comes to requests is that it's a personal ask versus it being a general consensus.
For the
you know what I'm saying?
I feel like I do feel that now. I feel like a lot of times I've been in some places where if someone did request something and they adjusted to that, it was because the vibe was already there, you know?
Yeah, it's already going there.
So for instance, like if I'm like at a throwback party, right? And like I love DJ Wally Sparks. So
shout
just
out to
look
the
him up.
homie.
Like
Love Wally Sparks.
he in a heartbeat will play like Cash Money, you know, No Limit, like that era.
Good down south.
So if
records,
someone requests something that's newer that sounds like that, he'll throw that in there, but then he's taking you right back. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, it blends. Like, and I like that a lot. So I think that speaks to what you're saying as well. Yeah.
Yes. You got to know when to give it and just know when to just relax. Go get a drink.
So real quick, what's the most random or wild song request you've ever received?
Oh, child. Oh, I'm going to be honest. Anything for that man that's in jail right now, Mr., Robert.
Oh, Robert. Okay.
I know. I already knew who she was talking about.
Yeah.
I didn't to my Diddy. I didn't know. Like,
I mean,
so no Bumper Grand remix.
Absolutely not.
Sit down on the couch.
Not.
Take your shoes
Absolutely
off.
not.
Absolutely.
Let me know.
And this is why I'm a
Not
huge
at
fan
all.
of hers.
No.
To be clear.
I'm
Wrap
a
that
woman.
up.
I'm a woman first.
There.
You understand? And I understand the shift of energy because they always say that women DJs are quote unquote better DJs because we DJ from a feeling aspect. You know what I'm saying?
Women are led by feelings, men led by logic. Yeah, I agree.
I don't know about all that.
We can have a conversation about this.
We can, maybe
go
on
ahead.
another episode, but we ain't got that much time.
We ain't got that much time.
But I do feel like as a woman, especially a Black woman DJ, I am not oblivious to the landscape of what's happening within the industry and, things that happen. And it's every day, unfortunately, things that happen to women. So I would never want to contribute to playing a song just because it's a request or I'm just stuck in an era where I'm like, okay, I can't get past it because I need a step in the name of love. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, get over it.
Correct.
There's a lot of music out there.
It is.
So yeah.
I mean, I haven't heard Kels in the club in a minute though.
Oh no, they're playing it, and then you got to think about it from this lens as well. If we're thinking about influencer or internet culture, right?
Yeah.
They're now using some of his songs
On
and some
TikToks
trending
and
songs
stuff like
on
that,
TikTok.
yeah.
So that could be an immediate culture shift in like clubs or other venues for DJs who feel like they can just play that anyway.
Yeah.
And not necessarily read the room.
I literally had to call out a DJ on social media for basically trying to rage bait, of course, saying, so we still playing it because, trending songs are making it, available. And it's like, no.
No, like let people have that on their TikTok or do whatever on social. But it's like if you're in your space and you can control that, you shouldn't be playing that,
honestly. I'm going to hit the not interested and block you if I see it myself.
I know that's right.
I don't want to see the negativity in my life.
I know that's right.
We had a whole block conversation last week on last
'cause I'll
episode.
block
I don't block
somebody
nobody. She block everybody. So I'm like, you gotta see my wins. But speaking of vibes and creating that vibe, one vibe, that Caribbean vibe, them Caribbean culture, y'all, like y'all go, like talk.
I'm sorry, people. I'm
talk
sorry,
about-
people. I'm sorry.
Talk about that, because I remember the first time I went to Caribbean party, boy. They did that. I was like, oh, well, which way I go? Which way I go?
The first time I went to Barbados, and I had the time of my life.
Shout
Do
to
you
my
hear me?
hometown country.
Shout out to my ex-husband, because
Ooh.
listen, we turned up. Okay.
Oh, hey, it's a family show.
You know.
It's a family
But
show.
anyway, you were raised in Queens by way of Brooklyn,
Yes.
with roots in Barbados.
Yeah,
See how I tie that in there? And
Good job.
Guyana.
Okay, I like that.
So
She learned from me from the Malcolm episode. You know, like I said, even though mine's kind of.
So and you're proud of your Caribbean background. I love that. What's the influence been like for you as a DJ and as a brand?
To be honest, I just try to infuse any part of my Caribbean culture in anything that I do, whether it's carrying a flag, or just playing the music, soca, calypso, reggae, dance hall, whatever it may be. Even some compa, shouts to my Haitians out there, you know what I'm saying? So I'm going to try to dibble and dabble and give you almost everything. A good melting pot of culture is what I personally like to deliver for people.
And honestly, for someone, for me, like being from the South, you gave that, we was doing that, at like, it's like, have you ever heard of mud bogging? Like the riding in the mud with big trucks and stuff like that.
Okay,
we do that when we're on site, and like we do those.
okay.
And now it's a thing now. Like we were doing this way back in the 90s and stuff. But I feel like the energy that you get in a Caribbean setting is just so electric. Like if you don't feel it, you need to leave. Like
And
there's something wrong with you.
It's also so freeing.
Yes.
There's no judgment. Like
none whatsoever.
Even if you ever think about going to like Carnival and things like that, like growing up in Brooklyn, I literally used to live on Eastern Parkway where they would have the Labor Day. Like literally apartment with the balcony overlooking.
This happens when?
Labor Day. Every Labor Day parade.
So I'm coming back to that.
This
that sounds like a thing for me.
West Indian Day
I'm
Parade.
gonna use my miles to come back and have that experience.
Look, listen, let me tell you something. I'm from the South too. I moved up here to New York. I had a friend from St. Kitts and Nevis. She was like, "Have you been to the parade?" I was like, "Nah." So she was like, "Look, just take this train to the one deep in Flatbush." I forgot that stop. But I got off, and I felt like I know what Caucasian people feel like when they go to rap concerts. I got off, I was like, oh my God, whoa. Like, motherfucker with flags across their face everywhere. And it was like,
I think I love the
girls wearing booty shorts, the booties hanging out. And I was like,
I want to wear the booty shorts.
Like, the way you dress, you would be overdressed. I was like, oh my God, it was kids around. I was like, whoa. I was like, what's going on?
They
I
have
was
the kitty carnival as well. It kind of happens before the actual carnival. So the kids get to walk the parkway in their costumes and everything.
Love that
it's a very beautiful, unfortunately,
let me tell you something though. It shifts though. Like when you deep in Flatbush is one feel, but when you get closer to Grand Army Plaza, then it start to get kind of like, okay, this is more sanitized.
Not sanitized.
like deep in Flatbush, they be really Caribbean. But once again, because the police be in like near Grand, you know what I'm talking about.
So you mean like it's a little more reserved?
Yeah. I'm trying to find the right word.
I got you.
It's a little bit more, it's like
gentrified. A little bit more.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's like,
want that
it
one.
ain't as Caribbean. It started like, okay, it's very like, okay.
No, it's getting sandals. No, we don't need that.
But deep in Flatbush, that mug be like, we in Kingston. This feel like we deep in Kingston.
And it's different floats. It represents different countries from the Caribbean. So it's a really beautiful, event that takes place every year for the culture. Unfortunately, over time, things have happened, and people are trying to gentrification, as we talked about, trying to get it out the city. But it is something that I always tell people: if you've never been to a Labor Day parade, or even if you go to Trinidad, you go to Barbados, you go to Jamaica, any of the carnivals that they do have, like, it is a really big thing that you should experience.
Noted. So I feel like a real quick question, like the Caribbean vibes, like the parties and the experiences like that, has that helped you learn how to control like a crowd?
Of
or
course.
just in general? Like, was that like is that like one of those things where it's like, oh, I see it, or no?
Yes.
Pull back.
I always give 1,000% credit to Caribbean DJs and MCs because they know how to play records really, really fast. They call it juggling, and they also know how to talk in between.
Ew.
That's what she said.
Sorry.
No,
Miss Milan, like, ma'am, I'm talking about juggling records. Like, me and you, we can have a juggling conversation. Like, look, you might can give me something. You like, look, when you juggle,
We had a ball.
Men, you will never have a hernia dealing with Dontavius over here.
Donathan.
You Dontavius right now, ma'am. You are very in the woods.
I can appreciate that. I can appreciate that because I just think it's like the freeness of it, like the freedom. I think there's just so much joy in us being able to party together and just be
have a good time, go home safely,
and the food.
Don't
get me started on
you
the
always
food.
going when you have the big uncles or daddies outside with the big
daddies. The daddies be there. I'm there.
You just said daddies.
I'm there. Team Daddy gang.
And they cooking. They want to feed you.
Keep your daddy away from us.
They want to feed you, girl. They want to feed
me.
You. Yes.
Food. They want to feed you food.
That too.
You may have to be submissive, but they'll take it.
I'm working on it.
But we talk about Caribbean culture party. Let's get more into like you. Like like one thing I want to ask you. I've been thinking like, okay, like you won the Grammy. Like, and you're a DJ. You was working with Sweetie.
Yes.
Then you went into got with Doechii, met Doechii, working with
history,
her.
Come on.
So
look, we don't play around here.
I know that, to be clear.
Right, to be clear, right. So how do you make that transition from like DJing and like you winning a Grammy? Like DJs ain't out here winning Grammys. You're like, that's rare. I mean, that's just rare for a DJ. We didn't get into the black women part. That puts you into like just super rarefied air. Point. What's that transition? Like, how do you get to that point?
Honestly, I don't think I've even really. when it comes to the budgets, that's when the transition happens. Because, you know,
Ooh, gotcha.
it's a different conversation when that Grammy-winning DJ, you know, gets presented.
Yesterday's price
is not. Okay? But I think for me, if I'm going to be honest, that's really the only transition, you know.
Okay, gotcha.
It elevates.
Well, I guess be specific, like you were DJing, like,
Yeah.
because you didn't get a Grammy just for like, you just spinning records.
No, it was,
Right.
you know, being a part of the record. I had scratching, I had vocals, you know, so it was considered co-production credits for the record on it. You know, so for me personally, it was like I got nominated and also won with Doechii because of hip hop and the essence of hip hop, knowing that hip hop honestly started with the DJ.
Right.
So the fact that I'm scratching, I have vocals on it, I'm doing my thing as a DJ, and to have that, like, the transition for me, it hasn't been too. I mean, because I'm always so trying to be in the moment, present, never try to get big headed by, you know, accolades and success, because I'm very down to earth. I just feel like there's always still more work to be done.
I love that.
If there's one, I need to get at least 3 more.
So do you have like a vision board of like things that you're checking off?
Yeah.
And things like that? How does that feel to kind of like see when you've accomplished those things?
It feels really good. And I know a lot of people that follow me on social media, because like I said, I'm very transparent. So I always talk about everything in my journey. You know, I'm like vision board, digital vision boards.
Yeah.
It's on my phone.
Yeah.
I'm on Canva. I'm making, you know what I'm saying? I'm sharing it. I'm like basically showing people like you have to write your visions down. You have to see them clearly. Like every day.
Vision, make it plain.
Exactly.
Right.
Hello.
Come
Somebody.
on, preach, preacher.
Nah. Okay. But
You already know, Diane, we did the interview with The Root. I started to get into it a little bit.
But it's true though. You have to see it for yourself and then embody it and then do the work. Because a lot of people think, you know, manifestation and vision boards is just writing it and putting it, you know, pretty pictures together and just leaving it. It's like, no, you actually got to put in the work towards it. So yeah.
Put the work. Say it again.
Put the work in.
Do the work.
Okay.
Do the work. So what's next for you specifically? Like, what are you looking forward to?
I'm just looking forward to enjoying my life, to be honest. Doing what I love.
And that's a valid thing.
Yeah.
Like
it is.
there's no follow-up question to that or nothing.
There's really, because I'm in a state of flow and I've created the flow. So I'm going where I want to go.
I love
if that makes sense. You know, I'm doing what I want to do, making me happy. And
that sounds and feels
and
good.
if somebody, you know, catches it, throw my glitter up in the sky, somebody catch it, they catch it, you know. So
catch it. So like speaking of catching it, like, so is you got like the people for sure they want to know, you got a man that's helping catch you and you catch him?
That had nothing to do with that.
You know, because like, you know, that, you know.
I'm going to give an A for effort for the segment. I'm going to give a good A.
Freddie.
You know, very, very good A for the segue.
Are we single? We
are very single.
Okay.
You know, it says that you are technically single until marriage.
Hello.
Okay. Are you looking for
Clock it.
I'm never looking for anything. It's always looking for me.
Okay.
So,
Hey,
a bar.
Okay.
and
Ooh, okay. She ready, boy.
you know, but it's real truth. I'm a very big person that understands, like, you know, law of attraction, and in order for you to attract things, you have to be those things. So I'm just developing, evolving, just doing what I have to do.
So you want to be found though?
I mean, it's not that I don't want to be found. I would be open to it. I am a lover girl, you know, certified lover girl for real. I am.
Okay.
But at the same time, it's like I'm not making relationships my whole world. You know, if that makes sense.
I love that.
Yeah.
But there's space. There's space for that
There's
guy to come
always
in. Okay.
There's always space. There's always space.
You know, because she's an accomplished, beautiful black woman. You know.
But that don't mean that we always got to be attached to somebody, and that don't mean that we've always got to say that we are with somebody, because a lot of people be thinking I'm single, and I'm telling you now, I'm mingling. I am mingling.
Who think you not mingling?
I'm mingling and juggling.
Who think you not
that's right.
mingling,
Okay.
man?
That's right.
Yes. So, but I love that for you. I really, really do. And I think he is bringing up a good point, because I do believe whoever is coming into your life, they need to compliment you. They need to. Yeah.
Because, you know, it is
Hey, little Jay-Z.
intimidating.
Nothing wrong with that.
I'm so sick of Freddie.
Because it can be intimidating.
Hey, we need to call Russell and Sierra.
Oh,
No? Okay,
Russell,
go ahead.
Sierra.
It can't be intimidating. What?
they could call me for sure. Hook me up. they 2 for 2 now, okay? But it can be intimidating though too, because being successful,
Yes.
can bring, you know, vultures and also people who want to dim your light. So it's all about being discerned, but also not having anybody waste my time, because I'm a one and done kind of girl. Like, you only got one chance to show me something.
You're not spinning no blocks.
There's a dead end. There's no spinning of blocks.
That's a dead end.
It's a dead end.
You ain't 21 Savage. Spin the block. Shoot the club.
You go in or you go out.
Go in or you go out. You go in and you go out. What if you go in and you go out?
Hey,
I thought this was a family show. I thought this was a family show.
I'm trying to join y'all with the juggling.
What does Trigger and Compton say behind the scenes when we're talking about certain things? They're like, hey, yo, too much.
That's not a hey, yo. That's real talk.
But seriously, though, it's been such a blessing to have you on our first season, because when you realized that this was the first season, you were excited and all of that. And I just think it's been a beautiful thing to see you evolve as a person, to also see how you share very transparently all of the things. And I'm a huge person that believes in giving people their flowers and not just saying it, but like physically giving you your flowers.
Oh my God, guys.
And also, we have a card for you, my love. So,
y'all, I am a Pisces. I cry for whatever. So thank you.
No,
guys.
you're so welcome. Look, it ain't a Grammy, but
I'm open.
Right.
No, you know what? It don't have to be a Grammy. It be on the same level as appreciation, and I appreciate that. So thank you,
you're so welcome. You're so welcome. But you know, I just think it's one of those things where we were very intentional on making sure that we had someone like her on this season. Like, we needed that.
Thank you.
How did you feel today, Freddie?
Feel good,
I know
man.
you were excited. You were super excited. And I loved every bit of that.
So I was like, okay, we got it. Because I love DJs. I love the art of DJs. Like, I'm an MC, host, and so I'm always working with DJs. I love people who know music, and I wish this could have been longer, because, definitely dig into the music aspect, hear your mind, and pick your mind on music.
Sure.
You got to call me back for season 2.
Like, amen. Y'all heard it. You heard it here first.
Anytime we got beautiful women, we had Melissa Ford, now we got Miss Milan. Like, sign me up. Sign me up. She smell good too. Sign me up.
I'm done. But to be clear,
her skin look good. Braids look good. My bad. Go ahead. Finish the show.
I just need y'all to like, comment, and subscribe, and make sure you're sharing this with your people, because we are coming back.
Yes. Shout out. Send love into our Okayplayer family. We'll see y'all next Tuesday.
Yes.
Bye.